All right. Welcome again, people. To MG Sports TV. Unfortunately, just reaching, and both camera batches are dead. Both camera batches are dead, people. So I had to turn to the webcam. It kind of look cleanish. But we are here to discuss football and some big results that took place today. Some big result, people. No. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start off the show early by dropping the link. I won't waste any time, people. I mean, no, so Shane and them man are willing to come on because we're already behind time. It's significantly late hours now, people. So we want to run through those aspects as early as possible. Let me get it going. Drop the invite. My apologies, people, for the lateness. So the link is dropped. The link is in the comment section. People. So let me do a few little setup. So thank you very much, people, for joining. Massive respect. Game Birds, Carlton, Dre Skull, Kadeem, Big Up, Jason, JT, Mumba, Bala Mamal, big up, Shane Nelson, Shane Billing, huge respect. People may drop the link in the comment section, so feel free to come on. We are already behind time. So please feel free to join the link and come on to the platform. Fresh God said, come on, people, smash like. Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Fresh God, for reminding me. Please do, people, smash the like button. People. Please do smash the like button. Let's get the video up to 100 likes in no time. So let's see if we can do that. Let me go into the poll. People. Let me go into the poll. You don't know, so we have to do it. It's a part of our program from minute 1. Or from day 1, so we have to continue. Which team got the L of the day? Which team got the L of the day? The poll is out now, people. Stefan Wright said, MG, a long time you are warned about stats. Who don't take, we don't know them call it, they say Proverbs, but whosoever don't take the warning, take the psalm when it come. If you don't accept the warning, when the storm arrive, just face it. Dre Morris is coming on. Toiki Blue. Dre Morris, welcome to the program. Bless up.
Shocking day still, you know.
Why is it shocking?
You know, because yesterday I turned to one of my friends and saying, say Casey gone through though because him start struggle against teams like Manchester and them teams. But me not downgrade Manchester, you understand? Me just have him Casey as a more powerful opponent when it comes to match like this. You understand? The way them play him Mona the other day. You understand me? Then didn't like dominate fully when them play Central, you know, but may I tell you, me have them as a massive opponent when it comes to stats. You understand? Through stats to win as a narrow 1-0 margin in a Champions Cup the other day. So me I say, alright, Casey are coming because they rest couple player. They are coming with a stronger him a more confident stats and so. But boy, it's shocking, man. To see result, man. And I'm gonna tell you, the way our stats dominate the game there. Prove me wrong, man. I tell you, man. Then prove me wrong big time, MG.
Be careful how you say dominate the game, because earlier today, nice stands, a whole Casey fan nice stands, and me I tell us, them come at me. They said I have an agenda against Casey. They said I don't like Casey. I'm like, what? I'm saying, what? Yeah, Casey coaching soft chat on a regular basis. Benny Casey about them good. So why? Even me, I would look at the Casey coach and say, say the team that go beat you know. Me look at the J. Me look past the JC coach and say, you know, so the team that go beat you. Me not afraid to look at any on the coach and say, you know, so the team that go beat you. I'm not afraid to do that. I am not afraid to do that. I have done it. Me do it. Mr. Stampy. One time, when I saw the KC coach, I said, Mr. Stampy, good luck for the game you're coming because this one is going to be a big one. Be prepared. Yep, I said it. So why I say it was so shocking. Maybe you're one person who said, boy, it's a must for KC.
Yeah, man, it's a must. And you see the Mona game too. Mona said that the game would be a more tighter game than this match. I understand. For the stronger team than the underdog. You understand? We have the underdog as JC because JC is beyond the radar from season start. You understand? Mona get more highlights and something like that. You understand what I say? So we have JC as the underdog, but I tell you.
You have JC as the underdog?
Yeah, I tell you, man.
Why?
I show you because you have Mona, them highlight Mona from season.
Who highlight Mona from season?
A lot of people, man, I tell you, man, all in the comment section, I pay Mona, I see. Trust me. Yeah, man, on the live stream, when I watching, I pay Mona, I see, man. I tell you the truth, man. I understand, I pay Mona all about when I there, now. I don't really know anywhere else about I pay Mona, I hear, no, because pay Mona, them highlight, isn't it?
Oh.
I tell you.
Perfect. You have got to turn on the noise in the background and listen to the okay, you gone.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, Vicky.
No, not you, man, not you. Someone just come up on the panel a while ago, just a minute ago. Shane, what's going on, my bro?
Well, go on, MG.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people, including you, Shane, have very, very high hopes in regards to the result KC versus Stats, and based off how well KC have been performing this season. In your perspective, do you think it's a shocking result? Or shocker? Or surprising result?
No, it's not surprising or shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So pre-season, I had 3 teams that I was sure was going to make the semifinals. I booked them. I said it to you from very early. Mona, I was sure was going to make it. JC, I was positive I was going to make it. Stats, I was positive was going to make it. Those were the sure 3 teams I was 1,000,000% sure.
So you never sure KC?
No, and I explain why. The other teams now that I said have a chance to grab that 4th spot for my pre-season, I said KC, George, St. Catherine. I said one of them team there I got end up in the 4th. KC surprised me as the season went on because I know a lot of people look at KC as this big juggernaut and big brand name and big everything, and they look at it like that, black and white. Nobody are looking at it like say this team is a defending champion that lost 19 players. There is no other team, I'm pretty sure, probably not around the entire island, that lost 19 of the players of the entire squad. And these were 19 senior players, left in us with probably 2 or 3 good players from that squad. So I knew that we were basically, our hope was hinging on these boys that made the finals of the under 16. And we were hinging our hopes on them. So I wasn't sure that Stampy, having just come on to the new role now as coach, and with a young team like that, I wasn't sure they would be ready for year 1. Right? So I knew about the other 3 programs and I was confident they would make it. So for me, it's absolutely no surprise. People who don't follow schoolboy football religiously like me would be surprised. Right? But me and you follow this thing and we know what Stats have been doing since 2017. We know how strong the program has been and how consistent they have been. Right? And if you, boy, may I tell you, you see if the other Leng never died, God rest his soul in peace, this Stats team would have even been more dangerous.
True, because they'd have a more confident brother. The younger brother would be more confident and he would be flying.
That baller is a killer, me I tell you. him and so boy, I know it's sad for the stats community. They would have been even better. So I know how strong their team was going to be this year. So it's no surprise. KC surprised me. Stampy, even though I know he's a class coach, surprised me how he brought this young team and did all that he did with this team. So he surprised me so much that I was like, whoa, I think we're gonna have the edge over stats now because player for player, I think we're equal, but we have the X factor player, which is Whisper, right? So for that, I was saying we equal, we have the X factor player. I'm going to give KC the edge. But when I really look at it at the end of the day, stats have a little bit more experience than us in terms of their squad. And so it's not surprising that they won for me. I want to delve a little bit more into the game though. I will tell you this, even though congrats to stats and congrats to but there was two things about the match that I just didn't like. One, it's like how we tackle up Satchel enough time and make him know say body there they are wait for him. The quality of the tackles that I see stats tried and Whisper was intention to end, in my opinion, to end the boy's career. And if you look at the stats, MG, they had 5 yellow cards and 1 red card. KC had no yellow cards, no red cards. And I'm telling you, if you watch back the match, look at some of these tackles that they tried on this, but I did not like it. I did not take kindly to it. I mean, and I'm hoping the coach had nothing to do with that part.
All right.
They were really trying to hurt him.
Right? All right. For me personally, I never really saw that. Because
watch
I
it
saw
again,
some crunching
MG.
tackles from
Watch
the
it
KC
back,
team
MG.
as well.
Watch it back, MG.
Watch it on TV. Maybe on TV, we might see it might look a bit different. But in the line of play, listen,
you saw me in the stadium. We were there live. So yeah, I was watching it live, and trust me, them tackling never nice. And you can see the 5 yellow cards, the 1 red card. You saw how bandage.
Player get yellow card because them pull back players as well. So
yeah, but if I'm telling you, watch it back, I also see that the percentage of those tackles too was a large percentage was on Whisper specifically. I want you to watch it back. So I did not really take kindly to that. The other thing though, boy, I must say it was an annoying. Well, it's because I was probably on the losing end, but I've never watched a match with people dropping down like flies like that. I know they were killing time, but to me, I have never seen that in my entire. I've watched hundreds of football matches.
Yeah,
I have never seen, especially the goalkeeper. I'm betting there was no less than 15 times that he went down. And that 7 minutes extra time was severely understated. It was much, much, much longer than that. So those are some things in the game that I definitely didn't like. But overall, I think Stats is a quality team. Satchel proved that he is very closer to Whisper than I even thought. He's extremely good.
I said that Satchel and Whisper are on the same level. It's just that Whisper have more goal contribution. More scores, more assists. But regards to skill level, technical level, they're on the same level.
Man, that's after that goal, man.
I would have said reach him yet, but he's extremely close. He's really, really, really talented. And it's not only him too. I think, what do you name? Reed?
The number 11?
Reed? Yeah.
But look at the number 12. The stats number 12 too.
The front line of stats was just, they were awesome today. They were, if I was to grade them get AA plus, man, because they really managed the game well for stats. They put in first class performance.
As a KC supporter, as someone that support KC, and you see the front three coming at you, what is the feeling like?
No, I already was expecting that, and I know that they would be terrorizing us. I just think that the defense really got a little bit shaky sometimes. Some easy clearance ball for clear, or some tackles where them for make them hesitate on the tackle. I don't know if them afraid to get beaten. So sometimes them are the forward are show them the ball and them not
True.
tackle.
Yeah, we still have to
Show them the ball, you know,
But is
and
that
them
a
not tackle.
tactics?
It's like,
Shane, is that a tactic? Is that
yeah,
a deliberate tactics? Push the ball towards him and show him, and we don't know. It seems deliberate to me because I don't think up.
may I tell
I
you,
play over
but the ball is there to be tackled on the man them, I tell you. So I saw where the KC defense got a little rattled sometime. But this start though that stats beat up KC, nothing like
No.
that. If you look at the stats,
It
I
was
want
an
you to
even
look
game.
at the Sportsman.
It was an
Yeah,
even game.
I want you to look at the stats that Sportsmax have. In fact, let me pull it.
No, but
You hear me?
What can I say though? I want to ask you a question. What do you think about it? I'm roughly about 70 minutes or thereabout, or 60 something, or 70 minutes, or Stats picked up a red card. Do you think that
Yeah.
Do you think that Stats managed the game properly?
They did an exceptional job because guess what? 90% of all teams in the world in that case would bring, and coaches would bring back their players and try to defend out the game. And these forwards kept pressing same way, and that caused KC not to be able to just take advantage of the fact that there was a man deficit. They had an extra man, I should say.
You couldn't tell.
I thought it was brilliant and start.
Yeah, you couldn't tell because when they went down to 10 man, you really have to. You'd have to see when the player got the red card. But if you just walk into the stadium, you would never know based on how they were playing. They were still pressing. They were still running at the KC back line. Still playing organized. I strongly believe that the Stats defense had a tremendous game. The entire back line had a tremendous game. 2 goals that were scored on them were 2 brilliant goals. You can't really do much about those type of goals. Whisper the second goal scored by Whisper was a brilliant goal. Yes, he can a little question around the goalkeeper, but it was a brilliant finish. The first goal cut back from Whisper, Lowman, brilliant because they were caught in transition. But other than that, I thought the Stats defense was phenomenal. I strongly believe that the game was a balanced game. And as I said last night, it would have been end-to-end stuff. Stats fans were nervous. KC fans were nervous. And it keep on swinging to right. I'm happy that I was a neutral. I would have never wanted to be a supporter in a game like that. Shane, how did you temper as a KC fan, as a fan in the stadium? How did you temper your anxiety in a game like that? Look like
MG.
Shane gone. Yeah. Where's the J Morris? May I hear now?
Hold on. I say
Your mic gone, man.
hold on, sorry.
MG and I hear me.
Yeah, me just hear now.
Yeah, I was trying to read the stats. I don't know if because I went from this page. Let me try again.
Yeah.
You hearing me still?
You may hear now.
You hearing me still?
Yeah, still I hear
Yeah. Yeah, so here now. KC at 12 shots.
you.
Stats at 7. So that's
7?
what? 5. Yes, 7. KC at 7 shots. Listen, KC had 7 shots on target. Stats only had 4. So
Really?
this notion, yes,
But may I say,
yes,
Shane, at the game.
KC had much. Let me tell you why. Why it appears. You see, it's a psychological thing. No? Remember, Stats is the underdog, and KC is perceived as this juggernaut. So once the Stats is doing so well in the match, people perceive that boy, But stats are bark, but it's really not so. The stats will show you clearly 12 shots for KC, 7 on target. Stats.
Gone again. Gone again, Shane. Maybe not hear we.
MJ, you hear me?
Just come back. Yeah, they gone a while ago.
Yeah. 12 shots compared to 7 for stats. KC had 7 on target. Stats had 4 on target. So there was no this notion that KC was embarrassed or demolished is total foolishness. The boys for KC were not, and they had this problem the entire season from game 1. In terms of the ratio of chances created to scored, they are not clinical. There is only one clinical player on KC.
Question.
And it's Swiss.
Do you think that Stats created a lot of chances as well?
It says they had 7 total shots. They created a lot of. I'm telling you.
What I'm gonna do?
They created chances.
I watch back the highlights. I go watch back the highlights and really see because.
Yeah, man. Me just watch it too.
I just see that was 7 shots alone in tech.
Yeah, but you know, say them
seven shots.
They actually create a lot of chance still, you know. Yeah, man, I'm watching match, man. I see them create a lot of break off.
You want to break off even with
but
10,
it's 7 shots alone. Because what happened is that, you know, the once the Satchel and thing go on with them thing and them create a whole heap of a chaos in KC backline, but the shots them not come off like in the frequency in which KC take shots.
Oh,
that's
well, some of KC shots them from way out, you know. Quite a few of them, maybe about 3 of them.
Yeah, well,
they are about 3 or 4
remember,
range.
At 7 we have on target. 7. So I just wanted people to know that. So no balling thing not go on. At the end of the day, I think those two shots from Stats in the early part from way out.
Who got the better clear? Who got the most clear cut chances?
I think KC got the most clear cut chances in the game.
Yeah, man. Would I say KC to MG?
KC got the most. They were wasteful. Remember those 2 goals from Stats, you know, the first 2 are 2 brilliant out of the back. One was way out and one was right on the 18-yard box. So it wasn't like they come in and score. It was outside, and they were brilliant shots that the keeper really didn't have a chance. So it's not so. But KC overall created more chances and more big chances. If you watch back the game, and the stats prove it.
So let me tell you, personally, for me, I thought that Stats played a brilliant game. I personally, for me have to go watch back. I think I'm going to go watch back a game to really clarify them stats.
Watch it back, man.
I'm going to watch it back, man. I watch it on TV. So maybe because I watch the match and the game so excited, to and from, me might lose check or overcount. Because in my perspective, I do believe that the 7 shots alone from Stats, that sounds strange to me. Satchel had about 3. Satchel alone had about 3 shots. The number 12 have about 2. The number 11 had about 3. So I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. So the best thing for me to do is watch back the game and get a better account of what really, really happened. Because I properly thought that I was a very good performer from the Stats front line. And I thought that...
the front line created chaos. What they did was create cause KC to be they were creating panic and chaos around there. But they did not in terms of shots inside the box, and so based on the chaos that they were creating, a lot of shots from. It's so just the excitement of the skill when Satchel on the ball or the forward man.
Maybe that. Ball. I think
the excitement from the skill. I say, I think but it really was not. It really was not creating a lot of chances. Those two first goals were just brilliant from the outside, and they were from outside.
Because I was looking on so for example when Satchel has the ball, anytime I socialize the ball, KC fans then stand up and say, boy, hope say no do nothing. The rest of the stadium stand up and say, boy, make him do something, no? Because for some reason, all the JC fans, them not cheer for KC, for stats. I don't know if because of the rivalry and stuff. It could be that.
But MG, only listen. KC, if you don't know this by now, let me educate you. KC is the strangest thing. The most hated school and the most loved school. The reason why it's the most hated school, because no other school ever cheer for KC. Not one. But every other school will cheer against KC.
Oh,
That was from champs, every champ, 1 year of champs, the man them make Calabar win, purposely make Calabar pass them and celebrated Calabar at the end of the line. Physical GSC and the other celebrate with Calabar there just because they beat KC. So KC is well hated. Well hated. No other school ever cheer for KC.
Well,
never ever.
Good performance from both teams. I would say definitely. I have to say hats off to that stats team. 100%.
Yeah, man.
They played brilliant game and extra hard in their game. Lovely performance from that stats team. All right, let's move now to the
I want them to go on. I want them to go on to win too, by the way.
Stats.
I want them to go on. Yeah, definitely to go on, because you know I had JC as the best team, but I believe based on our say Stats is performing, I think the matchup will be more equal than I initially thought. So I think
you have to remember, you remember so JC beat him Stats earlier this season, you know, because them being in the same zone. You know?
No, but if you watch that game, no man, not in the same zone. The third, quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah. Quarterfinals them play.
The same zone, man. Quarterfinals zone.
Yeah, the quarterfinals zone.
They're in the same zone, man.
And if you watch that game, if Stats they have on a shooting boot, as we keep on saying,
yes, that may show you. You understand? Yeah. So you see, by this game and that game, if safe Stats should have finished and take them chance like how them did in this game. If you say we don't give JC a bit more fight in the game, they understand me. Yeah, but if you say they just come out as the better team today, then just come prepared more than KC. And you have to take off the hat and give it. You understand me? Yeah, man. As the underdog, them surprise a lot of people. You understand?
And you keep saying underdog. A lot of people have them as underdog because them not understand what is what. Stats has been in the semifinals every single year, mostly since 2017. How can that be an underdog? Yeah, and KC just lost 19 players. The man them lose 19 players, brother. That is not the same team.
The KC is a former champion.
Yeah, but them don't have the same team. MG. Them don't have the MG.
Yeah.
MG. Who are the stars on last year's team, MG?
Parish and these guys, but it is same sense.
Any one of them man there. How can you then be putting KC as a favorite?
It's still the former champions. They are the title holders.
And you have to remember, Shane, the way KC perform this season, way better than Stats.
No, Stats has been winning their game. Listen, Stats has been winning their games. It's just that Stats is not a big name brand school like KC. Why they appear to be going on under the radar. But me, who is an avid schoolboy football fan, and me who not have this thing about big school, small school, I can look at the thing objectively. Stats was never underdog at no point. They were beating teams left, right, and center all season, and they made their way quite comfortably to the semifinal. There was no objection and nothing for them reach the semifinal.
I'm sure something. I have a lot of people coming on. Shane, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at something. I'm going to run through a statistics show you. Let's go to the first round. We're going to go to the first round. I'm going to run through a statistics show you. In the first round, KC group has Georges, Calabar, Waterford. Let's have a look at the stats group. Spanish Town, Tarrant, Dunoon, Norman Manley, Jonathan Grant. if Casey and Georges was in this group, wouldn't you say that Stats would have been would have been possibly say Stats would have been favorites for third?
In which group?
In this group that
The KC group?
in this group that Stats is in. Stats, Jonathan Grant, Norman Manley, Denoon, Tarrant, Spanish Town. Aren't these significant?
Stats would be favored for what? Third?
Yeah.
You just said Stats would be favored for third. That's what you just said,
I'm
MG.
asking if you think
Yeah,
Stats
this
would be
the-
favored for third. Alright,
No, Stats would be favored to win that. Stats would be favored to win any group that they're
No,
in.
it would have
Except
been a shame.
So
because
with a
remember
group
saying-
that has
them
Georges
reach
and
us-
Casey, Stats
That's
would
an
be
MG.
favored to win the group?
how they reach him in the
Wait,
quarterfinals.
no, hold on there.
It's like
More clear what MG asks.
Alright, let me clear it up.
MG, ask over the question,
Alright.
MG. More well
This-
clear, because
this
you're
is-
disappointed with the question.
This is the
Go
stats
ahead.
group. Listen keenly. This is the stats group in the first group. Jonathan Grant, Norman Manley, Denoon,
Yeah.
Tarrant, Spanish Town. That is the
Yes.
stats group. This is
Yes.
the KC group. Kingston College, Georges, Calabar, Waterford, Arden, Meadowbrook. Which one of these groups are the toughest
Yeah.
group?
The KC group order.
Good. KC topped that group with the most goals scored, only losing one game. Listen to this and
Yeah.
now. Stats top their group, they draw 3 games. No,
Did they lose any, sir?
So think about it now. KC now tougher group, tougher group, only losing 1 game. Starting on weaker group, significantly weaker. Because me can tell us if George is not this a grouper, instead of Stats, George is a type of group. If Calabar in that group, more than likely Calabar would have passed probably in that second or third.
Rubbish, that. Rubbish.
Dash you with then.
Rubbish.
Alright, dash you that then.
That's the way.
Alright,
Yeah,
dash you that
rubbish
then.
that.
But if George and Casey in this a group, yeah, they would have battered these teams.
Military, can I say something real quick?
Run it, boss.
Yeah, so regarding underdogs and favorites, it does not matter what St. Andrew Technical do the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before that. We are always going to be unheralded and under the radar, and in some cases underdogs. Military.
Yeah, to the fans, them who not have no sense. To the fans, them who not have no
Yeah, but
sense,
yeah,
Virgin.
but-
Just
yeah,
respectfully. The fans, them who not have no
Hold on,
sense.
maybe you must say Sean.
Yeah.
Continue.
I'm just gonna make 3 points and then I'm gonna jump off. It don't matter what stats do. Seeing we are always gonna be underrepresented and under the radar and now getting a TV coverage and all of them things there. Military, are you alone? Me even say, boy, you know say that stats team. I'm want to say, yeah, I'll put out your neck on the line and say, yo, you know say stats are go ray. You know say stats are play as good as are you alone. Seen? And it don't matter what the older schools do. And when I said the older schools, I mean the schools that have been around for 100 and 150 years. It don't matter what they do. They are always going to be overhyped. Seen? So yes, a school like Stats, just because, you know, it's not one of the all-boys schools that have been around for 100 years, always going to be under the radar and don't get with credit until we reach a semi-final and finals. And then you're going to have, you know, the traditional all-boys schools that are going to be overhyped. So that's my point regarding favorites and underdogs. Second point.
All right, hold on.
Yo.
Just one thing. Mr. Nine said Casey Dep on TV every single week. Continue, Sean.
Yo, listen, man. This team today, this Stats goalkeeper, Military. I don't know who. Okay, so if you take out Sashwell from out of the game, Military, quite a few Stats youth would have even fit the bill for the man at the match. Yo, the goalkeeper is something else, Bridget. He's good. May I tell you, say, pan, a previous program, I said it to somebody, said, boy, you know, said that game here, I go come down to start CDM, center defensive midfielder.
McCoy.
Me need to go find it. And as same thing, the youth them play good. Last point I'm gonna make before my hop off. Pan another channel. You know what I say, boy, you know say stats are play just as good as CC. The only thing is that stats now finish. And everybody laugh after me. I don't know if me myself did really believe it or if I was just trolling, but trust me, stats is playing just as good as CC. And the issue that we have of not finishing, me don't know what kind of motivational speech the youth them get today. But trust me, brother, if stats can play like this the rest of the way, ain't nobody beating them. I can't wait for the stats and CC. Yo, I can't wait for that Super Cup and just have it play out for the stats and CC.
You have a whole part of CC fans in the comment section, I can't tell you.
Listen, man. Listen. One more thing. Oh, I lied. I said I only did I gonna make 3 points and then I left. I'm gonna make a 4th point. You said coach at stats?
Mm-hmm.
Virgin, when I tell you most underrated.
Very.
Most
I agree.
Underrated. I don't know if it's because of his personality. I don't know if it's because, like when I say, I just stats and we don't really get the hype and we don't really. Most underrated, brethren. The first year the man land in at the job, semifinals. Even though stats was kind of building up, well, not kind of. Stats was building a program before that because if you know about stats football and know how the things set up, you know, say a whole heap of work got in a stats football team.
Mm-hmm.
Whole heap of sweat, a whole heap of work. But that coach, I'm telling you, is very underrated, especially on the schoolboy scene. I know he was at Tivoli a few years ago, and I think he's coaching Portmore now.
Yeah,
but that man started out as a teacher. I don't even think that man was a coach. That man was a teacher at St. Andrew Technical. If I am not mistaken, that man started out as a teacher at St. Andrew Technical, and them just give him a break and said, "Go and go do the thing." And
look
here we are.
Now. I agree with that. All right, you see the aspect of just as good as CC. A lot of people might come at you for that, but let me tell you, not because they don't play the brand of football like CC necessarily means that they are not as good as CC. We as Jamaicans football fans, we want to see this pretty style of football, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is the only way to play football. I agree that they are playing at a high level, a really, really high level. If you look at how intense they play, the intensity, the same way they started the game, and it's the same way they ended. And when you see KC players that drop on the field at 9 when the final whistle blow, yes, it could be disappointment, but it can also
No. Fix that, MG. It was disappointment. That wasn't anything to do with dropping. The persons that were dropping were the stats players, and you know it.
All right, but in the same sense, let me tell you something. Those drops, where you see, a tactical drop. I
know, and I know, and it was bothering unsportsmanlike because it was very excessive.
Why I mean unsportsmanlike? Now, semi-final.
MG,
yeah.
If you can tell me another schoolboy football game
but
or a
I have seen it in Champions League.
Hold on, MG.
And
if I would love for you to forward me a game, any game in history of football, whether international or the highest level or the lowest level, that you have seen.
All right.
That level of dropping, send it to me. I've never seen that in my life.
Carla,
never. The goalkeeper at least 15 times, and that is no exaggeration. He went down.
But they're smart. They use these dark tactics to get the game over the line, because at the end of the day, if KC was, when Stats building momentum, was falling on the floor, breaking the momentum of the Stats team, don't you think that Stats would be annoyed just the same? I think personally, even though you as the supporter who's on the bad end of the stick, even though you guys would have felt it really, really bad, for sure, at the end of the day, getting the ball over the line is important. Remember,
Yeah, man, I get in the win. But it was
30
very...
minutes now. The biggest part of the game for me now, the biggest highlight of the game for me now, the biggest highlight of that game for me now was the 30 minutes that Stats was playing with 10 man.
With 10 men.
10 man.
And was
10 men they
still
were playing
creating
with
chances.
30 minutes. And Casey could not capitalize on it. That is the biggest highlight for me. So even though it could be a factor.
Actually, we did capitalize. Actually, we did score.
Yeah, on the score, but only need 2 more.
Yeah.
I
know, but yes, sir, we didn't capitalize, but we did score.
Right, look at this.
We needed another one.
Look at this.
And it just the man them wasteful.
How much the first half ended?
Was it
2-1?
I'm trying to remember.
2-1 the first half ended.
Yeah,
which means that Stats won the first half. The second half ended 1-1. Which means that in context it balanced. But Stats finished the second half with 10 players.
Yeah.
You're telling me that in the second half, what if it did swing 2-1 in favor of KC?
I told you, MG, me and you look at football different. I'm going to draw back reference to the KC Georges first match, where when I came on the program, all the Georges fans them was saying, "Oh, KC get a beat down," when the stats showed something completely different.
No, I'm not saying it's a beat down.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stats in that first half, they won it on goals, but I'm telling you, on run of play, they did not win it. Right? And
Stats in the first half,
so
won it on goal?
It was just outstanding. The goals, the shots them from far out was just outstanding. And I have to take
Big
my
up Richie. Big up Richie. Yeah, continue.
I had to take my hat after that. Right? And but it wasn't like they were balling KC. So it's even though you say win.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
You probably I gotta disagree with this now, Shade. Yeah. I personally thought that Start played better. There was a lot of missed passes from KC, a lot of long balls over the top trying to find whispers. I'm trying to find whisper in the channel.
That's in at the end, the last 10 minutes when they're trying to go for the
first half. KC struggled to put some passes together. They really, really struggled.
No, they were struggling to put the finishing touch. You should look and see some passes a Whisper gave to his forwards and they made a meal of it. They were just not clinical. I think you need to go back and watch the match. I tell you, it's the hype of how well Stats was playing that blind people. Check back the stats.
Listen.
We'll see.
Shane, the difference between me and you is that you're watching as a KC fan and I'm watching as a neutral. That is exactly the biggest difference between me and you. So,
listen.
let
me tell you how me watch football. Me, one of the worst things I hate about this is the one thing I hate about football. Whenever the team that play better lose, I really hate that.
So, in your point of view, KC play better?
No, hold on, no, man. I thought it was a equal, relatively equal, but KC created more chances. But so for me, one last comment on that before you ask me the question. For me, when I'm watching football, therefore, based on my thing about go, I don't really watch I watch the run of play. I watch who is playing better, creating more chance and playing better. And because I always hate to see those teams lose. So there is nothing that showed me that Stats played better. Right? So I would say it's an equal game in terms of run of play, but KC created more chances. And if you look at the stats, I think it was 52% possession to Stats, 48 to KC, but KC took many more shots and many more shots on target.
The 52% possession was in favor of Stats, right? At the complete game, right?
Yes.
I remember that Stats had 10 man.
Yeah, but yes. But
so you feel comfortable for your team to play against a team with 52 with 10 man and have 50 and them have 52% possession?
No, me not feel comfortable about that. But they were trying. No, it equal because of the chances them that was being created and the shots that were being taken.
Listen, all right. Let me show you something about football. I can play 90 minutes of football, create two chances, score one, whilst you play 90 minutes of football, create 15 chance and score 1. No.
And I hate when that person lose. That's
But
a difference between me and you and me and watch ball. Me
but
hate when team like that
Shane,
lose.
It is a
They
part
rub
of
me
the sport.
wrong.
Shane,
Yeah.
do you watch boxing?
Yeah.
One
fact,
punch knockout.
In fact, I'll give you a better one. Do you watch figure skating at the Olympics? Figure skating
I'll glimpse it sometime.
Figure skating at the Olympics, or I would even say gymnastics. Those events are events that judges have to score. A lot of times, judges are biased. They see something that we don't see, or them just straight up bias. Football is not a sport that is won based on a judge's opinion. It is won by the amount of goals that is scored. At the end of the day, we can slice it any way we want to slice it. Stats 3, KC 2, brother.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But it's the same way. But I'd say this: it's the same way. Georges beat KC 4-2, and because there was an opportunity to play again, based on the run of play and the probability that because you're playing better, if you were to play 2-3 times, you would end up the victor more often than not. It's unfortunate that in this case now, we don't have that opportunity to play.
I don't think that is the case. Give me 1 second, go now. I don't think that is the case. Because, so Shane, essentially what you are saying is that because KC, in your opinion, was playing the better game, and I don't think
created more chances. Chances.
Okay.
The stats shows it, by the way.
Yeah. So because KC created more chances, you think that if they play stats again, that they would win. I'm gonna say no, because I can argue the fact that stats created less chances, but stats was far more efficient.
True.
Than Kingston College.
On the ball, without the ball as well. Defensive structure. They had a better defensive structure. They were more organized as a team. They had a lot more in the smaller variables of football. May I ask you a question, Shane? When Casey had the ball, did they have the threat level in comparison to when Stats had the ball going forward?
And I would say yes, but you know what happened? They were, anytime we got it to any danger man, the fouls, the wicked, terrible fouls that I see lash out there. Which again, the stat shows 5 yellow cards, 1 red card. KC had 0 yellow, 0 red.
But
watch back the game and see so we were threatening. But anytime
as well, man. Unfortunately,
no man, take tackles, but sportsman like tackles.
No, right? Man, it wasn't as bad as I make it. To me, still.
Watch it again, man. It was vicious. They were trying to end the boy's career.
No.
All right,
I want you to watch it. Watch it back. Watch it back.
Listen.
Good night, Carla.
I mean,
hold on, Jinx. Hold on, Jinx. Let me get a Carla. Good night, Carla. Carla, good night. You have turning heads in the background. Yeah, we'll go on, Hernandez. Turning heads in the background. Yeah. What do you think about the topic so far?
Well, in my opinion, the KC fan behave. He must behave like KC deserve to win the game. Stats play way better in my opinion. Stats play some good football. And I see a lot of people not giving the boys them the credit. It's like people did expect the KC just come and beat Stats. Over the years, Stats has been doing this time in, time out. You see me? Like, most of the coach them said them did one box Stats. I semi. And I was like, why they want box Stats? Then if these Stats are harder to beat than the other teams them, because remember, Stats very good defensively. The other team them is not so good defensively. The other team they can see more than Stats. apart from JC. But you can see say them team they can be good. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
But me a caller and my mechanic point say the thing when the man a job is part of football. That's how we call
Game management.
tactical game management. If a team attack you cannot turn up on a beer attack, kill the momentum of the game, drop, waste time, roll over. That kill the momentum of the game and that kill the opponent's spirit because you might just as them got the match your man do and game a top. You have to play football smart. You can't just go on the field and just run back your man. Run up, run down. You get tired and winded. So we don't know why case.
Question. You think the tackles were trying to end Whisper's career?
I disagree. More stats. Remember what more over football a lot. More stats. Me not say stats play that way where them come to hurt people. It's just the fact is Whisper is very skillful, so he more likely get kicked down. When you watch Neymar week in week out, Messi week in week out, St. Maximan, skillful players always get kicked down. And just unfortunate, Casey finally lose in an important game and Whisper we know a lot of foul people will say them play for hurting. Stats don't play for hurting.
And you see the red card. You know, so the red card was a transitional foul and not a foul in which they say he might go for clean out the player. He was already on a yellow. I think it was a like he play a breakaway and then put him foot in front of the player and stop him. And his second yellow was also another breakaway and he just go cross and put foot in front of him again and stop him. A referee said first red, first yellow. No, question can also be arise where Stats got 5 yellows and a red card and no yellow card for Casey. Was it a case in which Casey made no tackles or all of their tackles were clean?
Well, true, because look at it. Satchel win a lot of fouls.
The amount of foul and foul, Satchel. And there's no yellow.
We could have gone the same way. We could have said, Casey plans to earth and get out Satchel because a whole heap of foul he win too. A whole heap of foul Satchel win too.
Yep, there was a harsh tackle. Nandes, there was a harsh tackle upon the number 9, the Stats number 9, and the defender did not get a card.
I remember and I was like, why am I do that? Like in a free in the return, so I remember the tackle, of course.
Also, they were Casey were doing transitional foul as well, and they didn't get carded for it. So the notion that Stats get 5 yellow and 2 and a red means that them that play extremely dirty. The other side of it could be that what if there's a referee bias? Just hypothetically speaking, what if there's a referee bias?
Really, MG? Really, MG?
I never. Listen,
really, MG?
Listen, I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm just looking at things on 2 sides. That's all I'm doing, looking at it on 2 sides. I'm not saying that there is. Just looking at things on 2 sides.
Listen, man.
You remember that you bring up the fact, say, a 5 yellow, and because of the 5 yellow and the red card, it means that they're playing so outrageously disgusting.
No, I was seeing the tackles right in front of my eyes, and the fans them around me too was saying, "What are they trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
What are they trying to do to the young man?"
When Whisper got that, that injury, you know what? It was a turn on the ankle. And I don't know if the first one was a turn on ankle, and the second one
I'm not even talking about that injury. I'm talking about the tackles.
Alright, so my question to you now. My question to you.
Tackles.
At any point in the game, do you think Shane, I may ask a question. At any point in the game, do you think that Casey should have gotten a yellow card? Because you remember vividly the Stats yellow cards and the red card. Can you remember any point in time that Casey should have deserved a yellow card?
I know you asked me that question to try to trap me because I am a KC fan, and when I answer, you're going to say it's because I'm biased. But honestly, if I honestly don't remember seeing any, the man them play hard, but they were playing within the realms of proper sportsmanship. Okay. So yeah, you have to, if there's a danger man, you have to make the danger man know. So Satchel is a danger man. You have to touch him up. But what I'm saying, some of those tackles that I saw coming from Stats was not was not sportsmanlike. I am sorry.
What me I
I
gonna do?
need to go and watch it.
What me I gonna do? Me I gonna check
your
his stats.
opinion,
There's
in
one
your
specific
opinion,
thing me I
it
look
was
for.
not sportsmanlike.
There's one specific. Hold on.
The cards I'm
So
short, you know.
me I look on the stats. Give me a second there, Jenks. Just give me 1 second. The reason I am
Listen,
doing this,
so-
I gotta look on something.
While you are looking at that
Me
military,
find
let
it,
me
man,
just
find it.
say,
So just give me a second. All right. So listen to this keenly, people. Stats committed 12 foul, got 5 yellow cards, 1 red card. KC committed 11 foul, no yellow card, no red card. Are those 11 yellow cards in the realm of okay? And the 12 yellow, the 5, my apologies. Are those 11 fouls in the realm of okay? And the 12 fouls are outrageous.
So you can see that though, all right, see the amount of fouls are relatively equal, but there's a huge disparity between the ones them that warrant a caution. KC had 0 caution cards, while the other team had 6, and one of them was on the extreme end, and it was 5 yellows. There's a huge disparity, and nobody is admitting that. They
Listen,
were,
so-
trust me, it was not some. I'm telling you, MG watch back. Some of them tackle never
Well,
nice.
Sean.
Never nice.
Give me a second and
And I was thinking about Jamaica in that moment when I was watching the match, and I'm saying these youths need to think about Jamaica and not just Stats versus KC in this moment. Because it just never looked nice to me.
All right, me agree. There's one thing I want to touch on in regards to Whisper. Just one thing. I was very disappointed when Whisper got injured and the crowd started to cheer. I was very, very disappointed in that. Really, because I'm saying this is one of Jamaica's most promising youngster, one of the best product we can push forward in many, many years. And people were happy when he went down. I was very, very upset about that. I felt bad. And me not lie, I thought that when he came out and went back on the pitch, I thoroughly believe that he shouldn't have continued playing, because it was evident that he was still playing with that injury.
Yeah, I was worried for him too. Me not lie.
Sean Ellis, continue. Me hear what you say now. You know say something a while ago.
Listen. I mean, the way how KC Nation are behave right now, more use a word for describe them, but I won't out of respect. Trust my brethren. I mean, listen, man. A win is a win and a loss is a loss. And this thing where the man them a build the narrative says Stats are intentionally try to hurt Whisper. It is false. It is disingenuous, and it is very unsportsmanlike. And I'm using the word unsportsmanlike because fans can't say anything they want to say. But based on the apology that was given by the KC coach, I don't know what he said to the Stats coach. I don't know if that sentiment was coming from the KC bench as well. But it's false, it's disingenuous, and it's very unsportsmanlike. Listen, no 2 teams in the world or few teams are going to play the same. If you put Brazil against Germany, it's going to be 2 different type of ball game that you're going to see. You're going to have a team that is playing with the flair of Brazil, and you might have a hard tackling team. There is no team. There is no play on the field today. Absolutely none. None from Kingston College and none from Stats. There is no play on the field today I can recall where I'm like, that youth they did I intentionally try for hurt the other youth there. I didn't see any of that. If that was the case, we are saying that there were several straight red cards from St. Andrew Technical. Shane, you saw several straight red cards from St. Andrew Technical? Because if you are saying that they were intentionally trying to hurt Whisper or hurt somebody else, then you are saying that you saw straight red cards. You saw straight red cards today in that game?
So listen. That one where he got the second one to come up, I believe that was a red card. But to answer your question, there are ways in which you can try to cover a tackle in sports. And I was watching the game keenly and intently. And I saw at least two of them that I would, based on the way that the youth swinging foot, I would have given a red card if I was a ref. I'm telling you, I was like,
Boy,
Jano.
Shane, you sound like a school loser right now. But I like
two of them. And if you watch back the first half especially, Whisper did not, every time him touch the ball, him was fouled. Every time him touch the ball, he literally was fouled.
That is just marking out the key man out of the game, actually.
Yeah, no, you can mark out a man, you can play out a man, but to foul out a man is a different thing.
So you think Casey was trying to foul out Satchel? You think Casey was trying to foul out Satchel?
To foul out Satchel?
Yeah, out of the game, yeah.
No, it's not every single time them foul a man. It wasn't every single time. I tell you, there was a point where as him touch the ball, him get a kick on him foot.
No matter about Satchel, man. You think Satchel as him touch the ball and try to kick him?
No, listen, I may see them because them never even, remember me tell you earlier when in the discussion, sometimes the forwards were even showing Casey the ball and they weren't putting a foot. You remember me say that? They were holding back, they were holding back more than they were tackling. As I'm saying, I was saying tackle the man. And they want to show them the ball and they were just dressing back and trying to be cautious, but as Whisper kick the ball, an immediate foul.
Yeah,
want to know watch it.
For me, still for
I
me,
don't think we are going to convince Shane
I don't think
of what he believes he saw today in this game. Military, I'm going to ask you a quick question and then I'm going to cut.
No, one last comment before you say that. I am just saying there were, because it's 11 man start play with, and it's not 11 man that was trying to do play on sportsmanlike. I really believe at the end of the day that any one of these teams deserve to go to the final. And the fact that STATS is there, I think is a worthy entrance into the finals. I think they are a very good team. And especially their forward line, I admire them a lot. So I don't want you to feel like...
who do you think man of the match, Shane?
Man of the match? Satchel. That's who I'd give man of the match.
I would agree. Nandez, when I say no, may I say something, Nandez?
No, him did say about the whole thing about Whisper. The thing is, STATS players them don't fear him. STATS players them don't show him the respect. Them basically show Whisper say, me not take no shift today from you. While
exactly,
the case probably stay back and allow Satchel to enjoy in game. Them don't allow Whisper to gain a groove. We just start say I'm gonna shift everybody and score. So probably they might intimidate him. You see me? That's how me feel. They might try to intimidate him and say, yo, we're not gonna shift me up like we shift up with JC or not JC, the Georges or the other school them when play. That's how me feel from the STATS boys. Them not showcase the respect. Well, other school showcase the respect. Like Mona, them allow, like them they come to man mark Whisper and they want to play for them game, right? And they end up cost them. STATS just play STATS game and win. STATS was a rough team from our years now. STATS to play rough plus wasting time. Remember with the keeper name with the Cavaliers, what's his name?
J.D. White.
The keeper they got Cavaliers, J.D. White. Them man they did million amount of time. They man we play against him in a Manning Cup, and they man they burn him much time. So it's not nothing new with STATS and burning time. Man. I just owe them style of play, tactical genius of them coach Phil Williams. Enough people are get credit. It's like because him now win a title with them, yet people are underestimating good work. But he's doing a great work from 2017. This one have always been to a semi-final or a final. Without the big paycheck like the other school are going to Caribbeans with other baller, etc. So you have to give the man him respect. Man do a very, very good job.
Then see your background and make hold for nice, yeah? Hope of squeaking and...
The background?
Yeah, like a hold for bird.
actually at work while calling in, so
Okay.
that's the thing. Yeah, but them forget the stats you them props, man, and don't make it seem like stats just come for war, KC.
All right, my bro. Big up and thanks for calling, yeah?
Military,
Yeah,
can you answer a question for me real quick before I jump off of this live?
Yeah.
So the stats youth that got the red card, is he going to miss the Money Cup final or will he miss the next game, which is the Super Cup?
I think he might mix the next the Champions Cup game might mix.
Really?
Yeah, because all them do it once they pick up a card, they carry it over in the next competition, the next game. It doesn't matter the competition.
Okay, all right then. So that means that's supposed to good for the
final.
Money Cup final.
Yeah,
okay.
It will be good for the cup final. I don't know why it's like that. Normally, the next you'd be out for the next competition or the same competition where you get the red card in.
Okay.
So MG.
Yeah, who that?
Yeah, I'm Maris again, man. So,
okay, go on, Jim.
Me ask you, how you feel about the Mona JC match?
Yeah, man, that we're going to touch upon now. We're going to touch upon it, man. Shane, rough, tough times ahead, tough day for you. I say go. I like KC fans them. It was a tough day for you guys. I know it. It's not tough for me because I don't support neither Stats nor KC, so me are neutral. So when me make my predictions, I know me get old for beating feet, but I say go. Get old for beating feet.
Yeah, no neutral, LG. No neutral.
Wait, me hear what you say?
Me laugh and say no neutral, LG. No neutral.
Which team support?
I joke, man. Me don't know say Charlie mounted thing there.
There's a youth.
But still,
we got a match.
But still, you've been and nothing wrong with it. You've been a big fan of the Stats team and stuff. So I know you were predicting them to win. So man, nothing wrong with that.
I was
nothing wrong
confident
with that.
In what they're doing. I was confident in the fact that I strongly believe that they would make it to the final. I had Mona to make it to the final. After the first game, I saw Mona playing. I'm like, no. And after Stats' third game, I'm saying Stats is the team. Unseen hiding Nandez. Unseen hiding man.
Hey MG.
Best up David, yeah.
Yeah. The KC people them just respect them losing. KC people them whine too much and have too much problem. There's no way a player I go out on the field intentional if hurt a player. That don't make sense, MG.
I agree.
Yeah, the KC people them for just accept them lose, man. Them come like Liverpool people, you understand, MG? Liverpool always have to choose Salah and play, choose this and play. KC people just take them losing.
Yeah, man. All right, here we go. One more from the game now. I forgot the next game because we have some game to cover. And we got all long over there. We have a 1 hour now. And a KC and Stats game we discuss the whole time. And the reason, I understand the reason why that is the biggest discussion. Because a lot of people might say it's an upset. Majority of person might say it's an upset. In my point of view, I think it's an upset because they are the title holders. And despite, no matter what happened with the team, they have been doing well. I think they've been pretty much doing better than what the Stats team is doing in regards to the competition that they have faced, the teams that they have faced against, leading up to this final. In semifinals, they had to play Georges. They had to play Mona in quarterfinals, I should say. These are the teams that they had to play to advance, whilst Stats were playing the likes of Ail Selassie and Wolmers. So the disparity in regards to quality would be questioned, and the competence of who might be the winners of this game will be questioned because of the trajectory of both teams. Yes, we understand both of them have beautiful program. We understand what Stats are doing, but we also can't forget what we've seen this season from KC. And we should be honest with ourselves that there's a reason why KC has gotten significantly more TV games, and the TV games that they're getting are most of the evening games where the whole world are tuning in. And there's a reason for that.
Can I address that last part, MG, about the TV games?
Mm-hmm.
I was a marketer before, right? I'm in sales now, no longer marketing, but I was a marketer, so I understand the concepts. Now, Sportsmax is running a business,
I agree.
right? There are certain. I know we on this program we are fans and we're also all about the development of football. However, sports boxes at the end of the day are business entity, and they they earn revenue based on viewership. So the more views, more people watch a particular program, they can charge more for advertising during that particular time. So it makes financial sense that the teams that are more popular, that carry more viewers, gets more games and gets more prime slots. From a business sense, I am in business.
I agree.
So
I agree, and me
yeah,
understand that aspect. You know,
but for we as fans, we are talking
let me
about
ask you a question.
the development of football
What
and
if-
wanting to show
But
more
Shane,
talent
me
across, but
understand.
they are not the persons responsible for that. They are a
man,
business.
Me understand the part there now. But I'm saying, what if Casey did not have such a good start and they did not really make it out of the first round? What if? Who would be the
There is a
generator?
hierarchy. There is a ranking of teams that carries the most followers.
Who would
So
be
we
who
know
would be the
that.
next team?
So let me tell you, in Jamaica, I can tell you in terms of sports follow thing, right? In rural teams, STATHS, Clarendon College, Rossies, them three schools carry crowd. Them have a lot of followers. In Kingston, a KC, a JC, a Calabar, those schools have the most fans and hence the most followers. And I'm telling you, as a business person myself, they are going to make the business decision. We can run up our mouth all we want, run up. Them have money to make.
The question is, why is it that, in your perspective, the team that would rank second in the business aspect of it did not get that much highlight as well?
Which team are you referring to? JC get only per match, man.
How much match I think JC get? Tell me.
Me can't count. Me no remember. But they were on TV a lot.
About 4 match JC get.
And they are on TV a lot.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Of course.
Me I tell you, the first match JC get was the rain out one on them play.
But there is no other. You remember earlier I said to you, KC is the most loved and hated school. KC has the most fans of any school in the entire Jamaica. No matter what your followers want to say, if when champs are keep or any event are keep, KC has the most fans in Jamaica as a school.
I agree.
Hands down. JC cannot even if you watch champs, for example. Look at the crowd in the stadium for JC and compare to the crowd in the stadium for KC. So it makes business sense for KC to get the most.
I agree with everything what you're saying in the business aspect, you know. All I'm saying is on a business aspect as well, why is it that the team that is second in regards to can generate high funds don't get that same or even half the highlights?
But I disagree. I see JC on TV all the time. I don't know.
I'm asking you how much you see them on TV.
Only per time I see JC match.
You sure about that?
Them get more match than the other
You sure about that?
But than the other Manning Cup team then.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? And we're gonna run through it. JC first match on TV was against St. Catherine. First TV match. I knew actually Reno was against St. Catherine, right? First match. The second TV match of JC get was against, was it Woolmans? I think it was against Woolmans at the Stadium East. The second TV match. The third TV match that JC got was when they played STATHS. Today was JC fourth TV match of the season.
So taking KC out of the equation, who get more than them?
Oh, They play
Which
Slav,
other
eh?
team get more than them?
We get more than them?
Yeah, apart from KC. Take AC out of the equation.
That is equivalent to the others that match them. Others that games seen them.
Which other team get as much as JC outside of KC?
Which
That's
other
what
team
I'm
get as
asking.
much as JC?
Outside of KC.
Georges have more. And Georges never make it this far.
How much? Oh, God, no, because Georges played KC, so that is the reason you can't.
Okay.
You
So
see,
if
but
Georges
you see,
never play KC, they would get more.
you cannot put that in the equation. That is not a fair comparison. JC would automatically get the second most matches. The reason why Georges end up getting more is because they're playing KC, and KC
How much
has the
match
most
Mona play?
viewership.
How much TV match Mona play?
I don't know.
About 4 or 5 as well.
But they played KC too, you know that.
So you have to play KC if you get TV match.
No, what I'm saying, there is a hierarchy in the business.
Yeah.
I know, people might want to take things personal, but I am a businessman, so I understand how business works. There is a hierarchy. KC has the most fans and the most controversial and the most hated. So people want to see them win and people want to see them lose, so they make for good TV. Me agree. Listen. Yeah, and would make for great business. So KC would automatically get the most money. And then you would say JC would be next. But there is going to be a benefit to those teams that are in the zones of KC when the zone get hot. And they're in the zone of KC play. That's why them get a net benefit that it look like say boy them a get more match over JC, but they actually no. JC, if they weren't in KC zone, them wouldn't have gotten those matches, and JC would have gotten the second amount of matches. You understand?
Yeah, but
business.
I agree. Me definitely agree. Just that,
Okay.
how far the road. So we have to touch on the JC Mona game. We have to touch on the JC Mona game. We have been on KC for the longest time period. Let's go on the Mona game now. So Mona, their third match, their third defeat, back to back. Since one put that 3. Third defeat in a row. We highlighted the fact that there might be issues coming to this game, whereas where it's been a fact that they lost 2 back-to-back games. What will be the mental state of the players? What will be the fitness level of the players coming to this game? And today we saw a Mona team against a very good JC team. But in my perspective, I thought the game was pretty much more even than anything else. I thought it's a pretty even game. Now, Jerome Williams said Romeo and Blake passes. Make we talk about that. Hey, man, he can ping a pass. He can really ping a pass. Shane, since I yell alone, there's people in jump off. Shane, what are your thoughts on that game? Gone. Anyways, let me touch on that game, people. I strongly believe that in that game, Fabi said MG can't talk. Yeah, no, me can't talk. Dwayne Christopher said JC may not be as popular as KC, but JC gets more money than KC from old boys. Popularity do it, my friend. You have to have the crowd behind you. You looked at, I told you all Mona was going to lose to the colleges, Kingston College, Jamaica College, Clarendon College. So 3 college. No, it's another bad day in the office for Mona. But I strongly believe that Mona, in this game, they represented themselves well. They went toe-to-toe with a good JC team. It would have highlighted that with a few more additions and maybe next time around, I do think that we're going to see more from this Mona team. Damian, what's up, bro?
Oh, go on.
What do you think about the Mona versus JC match?
Me there watch but me never get finish watching, but me rate Zimini's goal.
Yeah, good goal, bad goal.
Me rate the goal, but
there was a foul in the
build
build-up.
Me see the foul though. Me see foul.
Yeah, there was a foul in the
build-up.
build-up.
That did one foul though. Me not tell no lie.
I think it was a foul as well.
Me think I want foul. But me not tell lie. Me watch it first half. I'm like how Mona they play. Me see like then they have one game plan. Me see then they try execute it, but me not really know what happen after that. Because something did come up, something they get 40 seconds off. But yeah, that I did one foul. Me see it, but it's finished wicked though. But me did see it as one foul.
I agree. Shane, what do you think about the JC versus Mona game?
Yesterday I was expecting a beatdown for Mona. I was expecting a 4-1 thereabout for JC win. So I was pleasantly surprised and really proud of Mona, to be honest, for the fight that they showed. But as I said, I believe that JC is a little better. Better. Let me not say a little better. Is better and would have won. But I must say I was very pleasantly surprised in terms of the grit and the fight that Mona showed during the contest.
I would say I really thought that in this game, I thought, if I'm being honest, I thought that JC would have, really outclassed Mona. But
I thought so too.
On this day, I strongly believe that Mona represented themselves far better against JC than that we saw against CC. Even what we saw against KC, they represented themselves really well. I was disappointed though in the tactics, because I thought that I thought that the tactics that I thought that it would have been a little bit more defensive on the reserve aspect. He still went all guns blazing. And I do believe that that's one of the things that cost him. When they I think that they equalize, right? They did equalize. And I'm saying, be a little bit more reserve. Put on a bit more defensive structure and catch JC on the count. And they didn't do that. Because JC was playing really high. And he could have pinged the ball because Zane Pinnock was on it. Zane was from the whistleblower. Zane was on the game. He was going at them. He was going at JC. I thought he could have done something like that. But we already know Mona style play, going all end-to-end stuff. And I do think that's something that really hampers what they could have done in that game.
MJ.
Yeah, go on, Damon.
Go ahead.
Go on, Damon.
Yeah, I think so. I see Mona to in the final third. I think it's a poor decision making to allow them to score more than one goal today. Because even in some instance, right? You see where number 9 can spread the ball to a wing where you have like 3 players for him, and you have to do a pass out. You might never know what if you pass for the winger. It's like he might go directly into the defender. You get what I say? And you can't have Blake around there. And somebody like Blake around there where, probably you can say the best schoolboy football defender in it, and you just attack him like that. No, spread the ball like
man. Pull him out of position, man.
Yeah, pull him out of position. So I feel that when I reason them to why they not score more than one goal, because it's like them not try to, play, make right decision in the final third. But I agree with what I say. Then come with one different type of fight today.
Toyki said JC could have scored 4 clear goals. I agree, but remember,
Yeah,
that is the reason why the game ended like that. You have to put away your chances. It doesn't matter how much chance they create. You could create a world of chances. If you don't put them away, it will affect you. It will hurt you.
Alright, one next thing to military. I see like number 9. Nothing wrong with when try still, no, but sometimes you have to be efficient, because we see one ball coming. We think a peanut crossing the ball, right? And he try to go for a bicycle kick. So if you did control it, the military and beat it, no defender, nobody, because in clear na middle,
Me agree.
So all you have to do is stop you and better stop you and kick you off a goal and the keeper save it. But sometimes you just have to try to do a better to do in a moment,
I think that sometimes because I'm young. CC Sports Lab, big up. Casey, One Malachi, Douglas tomorrow. Big up CC Sports Lab. Massive respect, my brother. NVM eyes. So my problem with Mona is that they are always trying to take on players and not letting the ball do the work. It's a bit too much individualism. Because they're so talented, to me it seems that they're taking one too many touches. I feel that way sometimes. They're taking one too many touches rather than let the game flow. Fresh got that bike now move like a bike from season, but I understand because him just a recover from an injury. Yeah, him not even fully injured, he recovers it. I was surprised them put him up on the field.
MJ. Remember, in the CC match, something happened with Mona that really showed me the weakness, and I mentioned it. They're a man short of a good defender, and they put back Peralta around there again. And I told you, if they put him around there, they're going to eat him alive. Anytime them eat him alive, he's out. Trust me, him always selling himself. He's not a good tackler. He should not be in defense any at all. Well, that is one thing. So any wing when they on any team, I gotta just beat them up and one team in the back line. Then and then the other thing now, I love when they use the little number 13. I think in 2 years they're gonna be dangerous.
Who that?
He is just the 13 and Mona. He's just 14 years old.
Oh,
he's very, very, very young, but super talented. When he's 16, 17, I think he's going to be a gem. But when them take him off again and put on Bigger is a one. When they put on, I don't remember him. When they put him on, the only thing you're open for with him is that he gets off a clean shot because he has a powerful shot.
What?
Right? But that's it. It doesn't provide much else. So the number 13, even though he's small, provides a
well, they can play a five. The strikers, the other players can play a five. They have good hold-up play.
The Bigger have some hold-up plays still, yeah. But the number 13 offers a lot more in terms of touches and being able
so why you think them take him off?
To beat a player. I don't know, but as soon as he came off, I knew it was night.
I was surprised as well. Like I'm saying, why necessarily need to make that change right now?
I don't know why, but I don't understand. Maybe because he's young. I don't know. I'm confused. Confused about that and about the Peralta usage around the back.
Jerome Williams
because it's clear as this and always getting beat.
Jerome said Zimini send Peralta go buy milk and bulla and milk down over what the place name will be behind camp? Behind the stadium. Nannyville. Zimini said go buy. I think that day that was a trip. I don't know. It was a beautiful cut and it looked bad. It looked really. I'm being honest. I take up my phone and go to Boompa Instagram to go upload something. It look bad. At the same time, I just click it and download it. I'm going to repost it. It look bad.
And you look bad, wicked military.
It's bad for you, MG.
It look bad. I ask you. I look bad for says
May I ask you a question, though, MG?
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? Because I'm interested for your answer. Outside of that play, if you could black out that play where Ziminis do the bad chop there and score the goal. Outside of that. It wasn't
a good game for Ziminis.
What else did he do on the field?
It wasn't a good game for him. I think that goal kind of polish off in game.
Yeah, it polish and make him cause him
but you know the thing about it though, Shane.
But I'm being honest, when I'm watching him play, him look out of sorts. I'm being honest. It's just that one
sharp,
play.
He never look much sharp. He never look like him. You can't say he never that trained them. You can't say that he never that trained them. But having a player like that on the pitch, when you see him do something like that, you can't say, even though in the match sharp,
yeah, man.
That high quality went
moment of quality.
Yeah,
that high quality went
bring in the military.
Huh?
Yeah, that class are gonna bring in.
Exactly. So it come like say, like Manchester United have Cristiano Ronaldo on the field. Despite they know say boy, in days them far gone, he have a moment of brilliance because the quality is there. So I think he struggled to really him not fully fit. That is the reason I'm not playing world games. I think he kind of struggled to get onto the game. The intensity of the game was a little bit over him. So you can see that he no match sharp. But at the end of the day, when you see something like that, you know, hey, the quality is there. It just need to get sharpened up. And we know saying can reach a level. We know a level. He has been there and done that already. So I mean early look on that no way. Me see just adjust what they might play Premier League. So and then now him break off of that. So me really fears about that still. So in all sense, I think that's not really much to worry about, despite he never had a good game. So
Military. You know what I mean?
Well,
Rate too.
Nandez said Peralta still their shop according to Mona sources. Nandez, where am I buy? Where am I buy?
Supposed to buy your team shop and no thing still be there.
Bricks.
My buy bricks. My buy bricks. But let me tell you something. Shane, would you start him in his night final?
Me, if I would start him,
Yeah.
to be honest, based on how he has been playing, I wouldn't have done that. But I guess that's why I'm not the coach. And the man who knows the ins and outs of the player and understands ended up making the right decision and they ended up winning.
Exactly. Damon, would you start him in the final?
Yeah, but I start him.
Me I start him.
Yeah, start him.
We can't have the quality that's on the bench. No, you're mad.
Yeah.
Even if you don't match sharp.
Look what him bring me to.
Exactly. Even if you don't match sharp.
Go
Go out on the field.
For 50 minutes and see what
Even
do.
15 minutes more, friend.
Yeah.
Go out on the field and go give you something. You just give you 15 minutes of your best moment. I think that is good enough. I just think it's just not match sharp right now, but as Mr.
No, you never say, the question I ask is if mood and not if mood and play him, you say if mood and start.
Alright, would you play him? Would you play him?
Yeah. So if me see a man where go down now or something on team and me need a replacement, I'm gonna put him in, yeah.
Alright.
I would do that, but I wouldn't start it.
Jerome Williams said Mrs. Jimenez run past Cucurella already at this age in Catalonia game, so I know it's talented. True. I never remember that. That's true. And you don't know so Cucurella a top quality player. At the world level. We're gonna move now to the
Military.
Dakar Cup.
Before you move there. 2 seconds more say. You know what I realize? At Ferguson, right? At that JC coach thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm overthinking, but I feel like say in terms of figuring out the game, like when team are go wrong, I thinking very good at that. Like me, alright, what would I say then? I thinking I run a play and how a game I go, I thinking can find out what we do in our game for correct how in team I play.
Yeah, I think he can read the game well.
Like, yeah, I think he can read the
In-game
game well
management.
because even today, when he said the right side of Mona get beat up and he switched Zimenez and put Zimenez over there, that I did one smart play, you know.
Alright, let me tell you something
bit after
as
that,
well.
he bring him one goal, you know.
Let me tell you something as well and do me like.
Yeah.
The striker will start. Zimenez, Aldridge, I think Saka kind of play like a false 9.
Yeah.
None of them did I get physical with the Mona defenders. So when him bring on Lynch, the 21, Lynch was all over the defenders.
Yeah, because Lynch not afraid to back up on the ball and make you know in presence. And that
Good, he make him presence.
If he not give a goal, he make you know.
I like that. And Lynch came on actually turned the game in a JC favor. Because the game was bad, the play was really, really balanced. And he came on and turned it. So, as I said, I 100% agree with that, what you said. We could touch on the Dakar Cup now. We have to touch on the Dakar Cup now. We're far away. Start off with Manchester versus Central. Now, what we did last night was look at the 2 last games, the games that these teams played last. And we used to analyze the games from that. So, Shane, Manchester played STATHS and Central played KC. So it's reverse fixtures, right? It's a reverse fixtures for each team. Manchester lost to STATHS 1-0. Central lost to KC 2-0. Going to this game, what do you think about this matchup, Shane?
I think it's going to be an interesting game. There were some things that Central did that I like. I love the fact that they, especially for a new team to this level, showed no fear when they were playing against KC. They were still going after it. I really admired that the coach have them prepared. But Manchester, I think, has been growing in confidence over the last couple of rounds. And as you see, versus a stats team, only lost by 1. So I think just Manchester is a better team. I would say 3-1 or 2-1 in favor of Manchester.
Damien.
All right then. All right, so when we look for the military, it's essential.
Mm-hmm.
I rate that both them. It's like no matter what you name it, them are go there and then now go there and ease up or ease, but them will put up one fight. Like watching match against KC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though they lose, I admire how they play. Like I rate how they go there, like they stick to their game plan at no point. Even when they concede the next goal, they still there push at it. Like you can say, you see if the team, as long as they keep one good system,
Mm-hmm.
they have a potential to be one team to create enough problem in the Costa Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can say you them have a fight them. But with Manchester now, Manchester are one good team. Manchester, I thought Manchester used to, just that they never really, got to a finishing point. I think they have a chance. I think they have a chance to do that now, but me feel like say Central will edge them.
Much.
Feel like I want 2-1 game. Feel like Central will win 2-1.
All right.
And just because Central have a fight,
Oh, you see one good part of Central where you can say, you see something to work off of.
Yeah. At that me will give them. Me will give them because I fight with them.
Oh. CC Sports Lab, man from Clarendon, me know say Central supposed to be on the tip of your mind right now.
Yo, bro,
Bro.
like...
See the match, what do you? Know say you're busy still, but good to see,
Yeah, man. You know, I know, say, yo, my pastor, man, that's me here, but I don't know anything, I know sometime,
Yeah, man.
But ask me how much weekend again tomorrow.
Weekend, you're not there much tomorrow.
Bro, more go up there and say, my dad office today, I say, me can find one look away for thief off from 2 o'clock.
Waiting about Manchester versus Central game.
I got a match tomorrow, bro. I don't even know. I tell them it's about them, but I don't know them things for some time. But right. To me, the Central, I think what Central has 2 issues for me. The number 4 for Central. I don't know if it was that he had a bad game, but he don't look ready. He don't look ready to me, military.
Mm-hmm.
The number 4 for me killed Central against KC, In the KC game against KC, the number 4, he gave up the first goal that KC got, the easy headed goal in space. And the numerous opportunities that KC got came from that same defender.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they have a solid defense except for that person.
See the 20?
The number,
solid. The number 20, solid.
That's what I'm just not going to get here. The number 20 is solid and the number 5 is solid. But the number, Master Fresh got the number. I must TV shot because the number 4 don't look good to me from what I see him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't playing good. I think he had the worst game. The number 11, I think the number 11 is good, and the number 7. But I think they lack a striker. You see that guy that they brought on? I think he was a number 9.
The 19 was playing good though.
Yeah, but the guy that they brought on, the 9, I think he took the shot. They brought on I think it's a number 9 and bring on
the striker. I'm my second striker.
Yeah, he is the one I'm think never start.
And funny enough, he my main striker, but for the last 2 games he has kind of underperformed.
I don't know, but him, when he came onto the pitch, the man Riches and Royalty, the number 11 to me has magic in his boots.
What?
The number 11 look like him have Stardust 9 boots.
Yeah, man. And whip ball good too.
Yeah, man, him wassy. But what I think the coach have to employ like a more strategy. See, the number 9 start the number 9. The number 11 and the number 7 play them on the flank. So they can create a bit more width. Because I think they need a little play with a bit more width. And but them have good players in the team, bro. But I think strategy is what beat them against KC because they were playing a lot more of the football in the KC game. But they never were capitalizing in the final third. Right? In that game, they were the better team for much of the game. But sometimes football is about strategy. So KC, not saying that KC allowed them to have the ball, but seeing that they were the one that were having the ball most of the possession, KC kind of re-strategize and say, all right, if we can hit them on the counter when we get the ball and stuff. But I think, as I said before, the number 11 and the number 11, 7 and 9 and the 5 and the 20 are sure starters for me.
Sure.
Based off what I saw.
And the fun thing about it, because I'm not get to see the 10. Pooper. I'm actually midfield general.
Yeah, I not see the 10. I not see him.
It was a poor day in the office for him.
Yeah, I not see him not.
But me can tell him,
not perform that
proper midfielder.
Yeah,
just a poor day in the office.
Yeah, not performing that game. But I think, as I said before, the football team, Central, people have to give them a lot of props because Central doesn't have a field that I'm aware of, and they are doing very, very well in terms of to reach this far in the competition. But as I said before, I think strategy, coaching, some of the time people make it look like coaching is overrated, but you can see it in certain games. The number 11, as I said before, the Manchester team, to me, the Manchester team can't overlook the Central team because the Central team is not a team that I think can be easily beaten, even though they get. How much the game did finish again with KC? Because I left a toll of.
Which one?
The KC game.
The KC Central game?
Yeah.
2-0 done.
Yeah, 2-0. And I don't think KC was 2-0 better than them. MG, I don't think KC was 2-0 better than them. I think Whisper scored a quality goal. Like Whisper, you can't give Whisper no opportunity. I think Whisper is a player that once he gets an opportunity in and around that box, he only need to see to a goal post. Yeah, and a goal he going to score. So you cannot give him that opportunity. So when he scored the second goal, I say, fine. So the second goal is a brilliant goal, and a player like Whispers, some of the player of Whispers capabilities, caliber. You can't give him them opportunity there. So you know that I go. Even so today you see it in a stats game.
True.
You not give them kind of opportunity.
Time and space.
I think
Stats did well with him, you know. And he got that one chance and
but I think what persons fail to understand too, I don't think this KC team is as strong as persons would like to think. I think this KC team went as far as Whisper could carry them. It's so in a way, but it is how it is. You understand what I say, MG?
Yeah, me know where you come from. And I think
they have good players, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know. But me like in the echelon, upper echelon in terms of when I was looking at it, I thought that Stats as the best coach in the morning.
Well, you watch we don't want run back pan that, you know, because
I don't want to run back on it, man. Me just have
after 12 no.
Yeah. So me just go say Stats as the best coach in the morning. Put that where it is. Clarendon College and the Mannings game, I think Mannings would not want this matchup. You understand? Mannings do not want this matchup. This Clarendon College team.
Well, before you go to that, why the prediction for Manchester Central game?
All right, Manchester Central game. I think Manchester Central game will go 2-1 to Central.
2-1 Central. All right, we could start off with the Clarendon game now.
Yeah, man. Clarendon Manning's game now. Clarendon, I see Clarendon now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Clarendon have this tendency to tie with the opponent. So when them score upon the opponent, I don't know if it is like they need that the opponent to push back at them for them start them go back them go back because it's like them gear down. It's like them go on a corner and them a gear down. So whenever I see that Clarendon can say them go, I don't think they put their foot in people's throats. So when them go so boom now and go up like at a 1-0, they feel as if they are so good they can get back in the game at any point in time. You understand my military?
Mm-hmm.
So you start to see the tricks and the fandangles come out. Not that I don't like it, but you see the Marcus Reed starting to take on 1, take on 2, take on 3. You see even Malachi starting to take on a few players. You see the number. So I'm saying that to me, that is the thing that I think they start to do. And I see from the game that they played with Mona, what I don't like is that when they allow themselves to get sucked in by the opponent. When, for example, if they are leading 2-0 and the opponent, all right, like Mona, what Mona did was to try and rough them up in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that they started to get sucked into it, where a few players got cautioned by the referee because they were retaliating. You understand? And I think that's what Mona wanted to do, to rile them up and quite possibly end up somebody coming off of the pitch. And
Yep.
people feel like, say, oh, people, man out there try make you get a red card now.
I mean, of course, then a tactics, man, is a part of the game,
But may I tell you, say, a lot of persons military don't think that.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So may I tell you, say, the man, them out there, I think they wanted. Mona was trying for Clarendon to get a red card. Mona scored a goal on Clarendon College because they got sucked into Mona's game. Mona's mind game that they were playing and the physical game that they were playing, Clarendon College got sucked into it and then ended up lapse on concentration and conceding that goal. Because I don't think Mona would have scored any goal against them. That is the first goal Clarendon College has conceded since they have came through the interzone round.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not a team that will be conceding a lot of goals. Because they have a centre back that is very, very solid around here.
Not 6 goals and concede.
Yes, so I'm saying to you that it's not a team that's going to give away goals. And I think Mona is a team that we have already proven that will allow goals.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the result of that match. But I think Mannings scored 6 goals in a game, but there's a lot of things I think happening with Mannings. Like, for example, that they said Mannings' coach is focusing on the wrong things where there is discussing the fact that he has to play at STATHS and a bunch of other stuff. To me, MG, those things are a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Clarendon College, I've never yet watched Clarendon play a final at STATHS. If we reach, to me, we are going to make the final, and this is the first Dakar Cup final in what? I think Clarendon College played the 18th final and the 19th final.
Man, Clarendon are frequent to finals.
What on that? We played 2017, 2018, 2019. We went to 3 straight finals. Mm-hmm. You know where that game was played? The first one we lost to. I think we lost to Rossies.
Mm-hmm. 2017.
2017. And that was in with Mobe. The next one we won was
But
Cornwall.
You think it matter where the finals are played?
No, the reason why I'm saying this, I'm saying that Manning's coach is focusing on the fact that the matches they have played, a lot of matches done by STATHS.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that it doesn't matter because Clarendon College have always been playing all over this island.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it doesn't matter where the match is being played because the matches are neutral ground. Mm-hmm. It's neutral for Clarendon College, neutral for Mannings. But Mannings is saying that they think it is their home at this point in time. But as I said before, I think the quality of a Clarendon College will be too much for Mannings because I think Clarendon College is going to take everything this year. And I just think that the quality of Clarendon College is just too much for a Mannings team. Right now, my score prediction is that Clarendon College will score 3-0,
mm-hmm.
but it will feel like 6-0. Yeah, man. Like some people say scoreline and don't necessarily understand, say, yo. Because
have a different feeling to it. True.
It wasn't even close.
True, I agree.
You understand?
Shane, what do you think about the Clarendon versus Manning's game?
3 love, 4 love, thereabout. I just think
No chance of Manning's?
no chance, 0 chance, not even 0.1. I'm sorry, in my opinion. People say bar run, but it not so run. I'm sorry.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
From pre-season MG, and I hope you remember, I gave you all my predictions, and I told you all the teams I thought would be there, and I'm basically hit the nail on the head. Clarendon College is to me the best schoolboy football team, hands down. Even my team KC, I'm just, even though I believe we have the X Factor player, I'm hoping they don't play him because I want them to think about Jamaica, not KC in this instance. So I'm hoping they don't play him based on them knocks that we collect today.
No man, Richie saying good.
Why?
My father saying good, man.
Why?
I was upset when I see him come back out. Come here and say, no man, you cannot get them not there. And come back out. This man come to that
based on I see the man beat the ground and 2 man have to take him and I see the pain in his face, I tell him. And I saw it was happening a little, and would I rather, because I am about a bigger picture and I love KC to the core, but then I think Jamaica stands above all, and I just see him as somebody that should be a star in black, green, and gold in the future, and we should protect him at all costs. And so I'd rather they not play him. And whether or not they play him, I think CC as the better team in terms of Champions Cup. But you never know with the X Factor player what may happen if they do play him. But going back to Dakar Star Cup now, I just don't think Mannings is in the class of Clarendon College at all. And as my panelist just said, it will be 3 or 4, but it will feel much worse. It is going to feel much. Clarendon College, as he says, has a tendency when them score goal and leading, they start to pass on the ball. No intention to score really. Or them take 50 pass before them reach up to that. So it's not a team who want to score 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goal like that. Yeah, but it's going to feel like that.
One team Mrs. CC play and go for the juggler. One team Mrs. CC play and CC definitely go for the juggler. And I didn't tell. They go for the juggler when they play against Dintil. And only team Mrs. CC really put on the afterburners.
I know why that is, MG. I think that a lot of persons, I think Dintil, I don't know. For some reason, Dintil remind me of like when Arsenal in the Champions League and them used to pick up Barcelona. So CC is Barcelona and Dintil are Arsenal.
Yeah, go for the juggler.
No matter how they're good, you always book up in that team. Because CC always, and then you have a lot of persons that think Dintil's there's a rivalry.
It's a rivalry, man.
Built up between CC and Dintil, where to the point when anytime CC will Dintil, they must say, all right, go beat and teach them. They say, yo. Because every season they coming up, yo, this is
tell people CC. I don't know if I see much with CC and Dintil, you know. But the tempo was CC in a play significantly higher than any match I've ever seen, even higher than the Mona game.
Me I watch a game and I tell you, say, when man them conduct against Mona, a second gear that the man them in a Dintil full flight.
I said, man them a go at Dintil 100. All right, let me tell them no.
Yeah, them not do it to the Rossies, you know. They did it to Rossies to MG.
But they take off the foot off, I guess.
They take the foot off of the gas, but they rub out Rossies in the first half.
Me said then go for Dintil and them a go for juggler. Me say when Dintil upon the face of ground, them a pull out the juggler. Me a watch him match and me say no.
I want to tell you, say, me give a drama, you know, if Manchester reach at the final now with CC, you know, military, it's a problem, you know. Because me I tell you, say it's easy.
Manchester tonight.
Let me tell you, these schools, the problem, you know, when CC, them school here always want to size up. So when they come here, Dintil. Oh, will it be this year that they take down the city? So the man might hear that.
Yeah.
The
man them know what go on.
I think that even last season when we lost to Garvey Massio, it was just indecisiveness and immaturity. Because Garvey Massey wasn't better than Clarendon College last season. I think CC was the best team in the Costa Cup last season, you know, MG. And it's not because I'm
it
a
was
Clarendon
Dindle
College.
and CC.
But my test is not because I'm a Clarendon College supporter, but I think
That's
CC
true.
was the better team. But I think CC, like, I don't know what happened on the day, and they made.
But that is just football, you know. CC, I just football.
I agree.
That's just football. That's how you go. Damon, you give your comments on Manchester CC versus Mannings.
So I'm not give no comments.
Alright, what do you think about the match up there?
Why? Me upset say me underdog, but you know, so me not go come here and say no team I beat my team, so my team may go with win. But I go play them all play against me. Agree with something with CC so still do military. Me think if we reach the part, if a man want Bex, then Bex, but me I talk truth. If we reach this final competition,
Must be doing something right.
yeah, and no, CC say something too. I'm at school, but me say something. We reach too far for focus on some things there. I wrong thing them the military.
Mm-hmm.
You reach so far, you have to focus on the goal ahead. A 2 more match left in the military for a trophy, you know.
Too much and you will on a trophy.
Yeah, ain't. If you reach this far, certain things now, and you left that alone, man. And focus on the task ahead. And try to put in some work. So I feel like them are focused on too much distraction. A wrong thing I get focused on for real.
I personally think we as a fan for complain about that because we are going to stand up and look through fence and then something there.
Yeah, you get what I mean? So,
we fear face.
Because at the end of the day, military, if team comes so far, them have to do something. They go final last year, they have to do something. So no buck up.
Mm-hmm.
They have to do something. But see last couple of games, things just go wrong and I feel like say because it's something alright and they just need to get it right. You get what I mean? I say?
Mm-hmm.
Too much focus upon the wrong thing. At this point you can't worry about where you go play and which part. That don't set already military. No matter how much you complain, you not go change a morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to focus on the task ahead. In the idea, them put themselves in the position then because you would want to play CC in the final, whether or not the best team in the country and you know you might be an underdog. The game where them play against Manchester, as Mr. T said, we lose this military. B-side or no B-side, they should have win the game.
Mm-hmm.
You go there so you reach so far, you have to win the game. There's a must-win game.
Mm-hmm.
So then put themselves in the position as my team have to try to get themselves out. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
But me never really, I don't know, you did go a match which day against JC?
We do?
With JC, with the Champions Cup match.
Yeah man, me did the match.
How you think about it? Because I mean, I get to see nothing about it, I just know say...
You are going, we've got to discuss that on the next time. And the reason for that...
But here what do, you know, me think them will put up a fight tomorrow still.
Alright, may I get a call? May I shout him back, Richie. So before me give my 2 cents for the game them.
Yeah.
Shout back Richie. Let's up Richie.
Bless up.
You're on the program, you know, because we don't come off it.
Okay, you're still on the program.
Yeah.
Night, everybody. So how you doing? Everything good?
I'm doing good, you know. I'm doing good.
I mean, it was a very good game, very excited game.
2-1 from
Stats played very well. Stats played some excellent football. But the officiating, you see that tackle that I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
The officiating was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Really bad in that sense. Because looking at that tackle, you seen it? You can't put it on the program?
No, me now can't get you put it on the program. Show WhatsApp.
Okay. That tackle, what you would have deemed that tackle as?
Red card.
Thank you very much.
Deliberate.
Thank you very much. And it wasn't seen. It's seen by everybody in the stand, but the man what was there on the ground.
Never get a card for it.
Yellow.
Oh, yellow.
Above the knee, above the shin pad. Him initially get the red card, you know. kick him down again.
Yeah, when him pull him back, when him kicking foot, then when him transition.
Right. So you sending out there, you have, this is something that it doesn't help Jamaican football, because you're going to hurt a player to win a Manning Cup where Stats may get 2 or 4 players getting scholarship, and the next 18, what them get, or play a Manning Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how it will be called. If you don't win, they will never remember you, because the winner them remember.
People don't remember winners.
Only the winner them will remember. So you have to really, this is what you want for Jamaican football. Even if this is somebody is the future of Jamaican football, there are players that could be set on Satchel and say, yo, make a lick out Satchel out of the game as well. Football wouldn't win, because that's not what we come to. That is not how we expect to evolve as football as a nation. We can't keep on trying to hurt a player just to win a Manning Cup match. So hence, that's why we don't even want people play, or my son play Manning Cup. Because this is what the treatment where you get, because this is at all costs. People will come at him. Even the Waterford game, a guy, I know, I have it on video, just come out of the blues. You just start pushing, start shoving. In a Waterford, in a Charles split match, a man standing on him toes, and the man ease him off. So the man ease him off, the man hold him face, come off of the field with an ice bag on him face. Him ease him off in him chest, Him ease him off in him chest. The man come off with the ice bag in him face. So, it's sports. Sports all in all. And, you just have to live through it and go through it. But look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is...
Can't afford to hurt these players.
No. Not at all. That's why sometimes, it is good to play competitive football, but it is not. The second thing I'll mention about the officiating is that the goal, Nashada Gibbs scored the header that beat the keeper and everything to make it 2-2. That wasn't an infringement. The keeper come and miss, and the man headed in.
Now, and the referee said the resting hand on the back of the defender.
The resting hand on the back of the
defender? Yeah,
him
saying push the defender, when he climb on the defender back to score.
Look at the video, and you show me where that climb go on. You look at the video. You look at the video. Me can send that video now too. You show me where
I'll check it. I'll definitely check it back, man. Just chat it when you have when you have time, so I can check it when you have time.
Yeah, man. But all in all, Stats did well. They played well. Two good goals. 2 great goals, actually. I love them. The team that wanted it more, come for it. And Kingston College we could have just take them to as far as they can take them. One man never win Manning Cup ever.
Team.
You cannot win Manning Cup with one man. The rest of the supporting cast has to play their role. If they don't play their role, they can't. You understand? You have to have a level of it. I mean, in Europe, in Germany, I learned that it takes down to the man who cut the grass at the school for winning a Manning Cup match, Everybody have to into it. Straight up to the high man. Everybody have to into
from the principal down to the kit man.
Thank you very much.
Or the person who down to the chef or prepare the meal. Everyone have to buy into the program.
Yeah. Yes. And that's how it goes. So, you someone playing in the national stadium for the very first time, someone have running belly, someone have hiccup. Some man can't believe that this is where them reach. Now some man know that them don't deserve it, but they are there. But they just put out the effort anyway. Some man put out 60, while some put out 80, some put out 110.
Mm-hmm. And that's
but
it.
I say go still.
I say go because I think, you know, when I reach this part of the competition, you see the team that really wants it are the teams that win. The desire, the heart. Not saying that the other teams don't have it, you know. But throughout the game, you can see a team who really want their passion and desire it. And those are the teams that tend to push out, especially when they have quality. So when you look at the KC versus the STATHS team, in quality-wise, they're basically even. And it just boils down to who wants it more.
Yeah, because you know you cannot rely on one player, as I said before. You know, look at Jamaica College. They don't rely on one player.
True. And STATHS don't rely on one player, no. Despite actually so heavily involved in the game, they don't really rely on him, you know.
No.
In playing in the system as an individual, but in play in the system.
True, correct. You know, and they stick to their system. They don't break them lines for no reason. Cause even that second goal, the youth hold him line. Him just hold him line. Him not break him line. Cause if any of them just get excited and go forward, him know him with the outside. So be disciplined enough, which enough of these players don't want to be disciplined enough for us hold them and them just want to rush it, you know. Casey just had that bad luck in game at the end of the day, you know. Whisper had the one kick one to the goal in the first half, second half as him just come on, the keeper made a brilliant save.
Brilliant.
Corner come over, he headed, keeper came, miss again, he headed it going into the goal. His own player touched the ball and put it on the bar. All he has to do is just move out of the way.
Sight.
Just move out of the way and the ball score. So it's just one of them days there, you know.
All right, boss. Know? Yeah, man.
So, you know, have a good one, man.
All right, boss. No problem. We'll chat, man. I save the number. Because I never have a number for so long.
Okay, all right.
All right, bless up.
MJ, right. Can I comment? So, I saw some comments earlier on in the chat. Say, boy, the fool of the night, because Ancina there, and say the fool of the night is Shane Billings. Because him come on and talk about the fouls, the excessive fouls. And I'm so happy. It's a divine intervention. The youth father call himself. A divine intervention. To show people that I was not being malicious and that they should go back and watch the match.
See when I tackle and that clip bad.
I am telling you, MG, go back and watch it.
No,
there were at least two or three. There were at least 2 or 3 that was not.
Why you more likely to see that me? Because you're watching as a fan and you're protecting your players individually. So when time something coming for your player, you're more likely to see it than me.
But this MG now. People just hear me say me a KC man, so automatically them say, boy, I'm not objective. But if you have listened to me all season, I have predicted JC to win Manning Cup, and I predicted Clarendon College to win all other 3 cups. I have only exemplified objectivity on this channel since I came here. You see, my name, I want to represent myself well because I am in certain business and I'm on certain things, and I need to ensure that when I come here, I'm a part of a brand for another for a certain company. So I don't want to come here and say things that are not factual or that I'm trying to purposefully cause disrepute. I come here and try to be objective and go based on what I saw. And I'm telling you, MG, go back and watch the match. Some of those tackles were not sportsmanlike. And people them that was disrespecting me, I'm telling you, you guys are not nice either, because you're not objective. I try to be objective, and I've only showed objectivity on this. I even said for the upcoming Champions Cup match that I believe CC is a better team to KC.
No, but
if a man bias like that, he would not say these things. So
Shane,
you get to me and say,
you see, fans, they will say their opinion. Just like me, you know.
Yeah, man.
You see, me get whole pa being say me bias. Whole pa being. They man say me bias to our team, but me never support. Which don't make no sense to me. But I say go still. Apartheid. I've been through it. I've been here for long enough to know how fans operate, and that's just part of it. So
man.
I go give my opinion on the matchups for the two games.
I will get the L for the day. Shane Billing.
Yeah, man, I me get the L for the day, man.
I hope you're not an Argentina fan because you would have had a
boy, you know, sir, we definitely get the L for the day because we're Argentina fan. And not beating me get to them, man.
Me I go close out the poll now. Should I close the poll long time? So which team got the L of the day? According to your votes, 366 votes. The votes go to 25% Mona, a whopping 74% KC. I've never done a program where KC got it first. Can you imagine? You can imagine Mona lose and not get L? And a lot of people want to give Mona L. But KC.
That's no surprise to me.
KC took the L today. First time KC took the L. Which team never take the L? JC never get no L.
Yo, you know, more. I think I want to see stats win the money.
You don't want?
Me too.
So that would be JC first and only L. All right, so let me just run through the statistics, the little predictions them. For the Central versus Manchester, as much as though I respect and I like how Central play, they play good football. I do believe that Manchester play good football as well, but Manchester have an X factor they have two, the number 10 and Yarrick. Those are two X factors that Manchester have, and when you have X factors in game, they tend to be the decider. Not all the time, most of the time. Just to say, Stats number 7 was the decider. KC number 10 never decide the final outcome of the game, but it decide the scoreline. It made it a lot closer for the end of the day. So I'm going Manchester 2, Central 1. I think it's going to be a good game. Two teams that play good ball possession football. CC versus Mannings. I think CC is going to win this one. I'm not sure if it's going to be that large of a margin. You know, I'm not going to say so. Anytime I say so, first I got to say something about that. Anytime I say it's not going to be a large of a margin. You are going. Fresh God, for everyone who supports CC, if me say this, 100% it's likely to happen. If me say it's going to be a close game, it's not going to close. One of the team will go run with it. The more likely team will go win, I'll go run with it. So with me saying that now, Mannings versus CC is going to be a close game. Expect it to be a large margin, or a wide margin. I'm saying CC 2, Mannings 1. So I'm saying it's going to be a close game. All right, people, we are now minutes to 1. People are whole per hours that we spend on so. Whole per hours. Before we go, Damien, you have anything to say before we close off?
Yeah, man, me win for penalties like last year.
That's it?
Yeah, man.
All right, bless up. CC,
yeah.
Anything to say before we close off?
Yeah. I'm just say, oh, brother, you see when you come on to, like, as I said before, you know, like analysis and panelists and everything. Criticism will come and go, my boss. You see me? Remember me always tell them that is either I'm a madman or I'm a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't me? And a lot of persons don't tell me say I'm a mad genius, so them splice it. So that may I work with them, I'm a mad genius. But what may I say is, and the balance of play, I think, as I said, Stats deserve to go through because I see Stats was doing some brilliant thing in the game. and I think they deserve to go through. I would love to see them lift the Manning Cup as a neutral. You understand? Because I'm on the Manning Cup side, man, Manning Cup, I not come from town or the corporate area. Some things I can't understand is why is you have 11 parishes playing Dakasta Cup and only 3 parish playing Manning Cup. 3 parish playing Manning Cup plus Spanish Town High. Right? I'm just thinking that even that not fair in the country. There should be equity. I think what should be in Manning Cup is 7 teams and what should be in 6 teams and what should be in Dakasta Cup 7 teams. Because the concept of a 7th team.
I mean parishes.
Yeah.
All right. Shane, anything to say before you go?
Most definitely. Let me start off by saying, MG, great work again. You see a commitment, you're up until after 12 in the night. Even me get in trouble. Even me get in trouble with the wife to up so long on the program. But I want to say that there were some excellent games today.
Beautiful.
I'm very proud of the work Butler has done with Mona. I think that he has the for me the weakest team of the 4, but still I think he belongs in the top 4. And for him to galvanize fans like that and also had so much wonderful performances during the year, I think he has done a phenomenal job. I have to say big up Butler. And by the way, and I love when he ran onto the field today to assist Whisper. We all know why, but still it was a good look because he was representing Mona today, but he still went out there and assist Whisper when he was down. But great job. I just want to mention big ups to Mona and big ups to Butler. In terms of JC, great job with handling business. Expecting you to perform very well in the finals. For Stats and KC, I'd say well done, Kingston College. Having lost 9 players from last year and having a new coach and still representing the purple and white and the 40 spirit and never say that attitude. I think we did very, very, very well. I'm proud of all the KC fans and I'm proud of the KC team putting a great shift. For Stats, congratulations. I think they are a deserved finalists. I think it would be, whether KC or Stats went, I would have believed any one of them would represent very well. I think they are basically equal. And me pointing out those 2 things today is not to throw shade and Stats as an overall team. I just think a few players in the team were doing some shady stuff. But that's not the entire team. There are many, many players out there who are outstanding, who fought, who played very, very, very well, and they put in a great shift and they have made it to the finals. And for them, I say congratulations. For Philip Williams having, if I remember the coach name correct, for the last 5 years or so, he has been there about on the business end. I'd love for him to finally get one for all his hard work. So for that reason, I would love for him to get one for all of them hard work. And this is one biased thing though. This is me being really biased now. I really don't want JC to win another one because I want KC to gradually bridge that gap in terms of the amount of wins that they have versus Kingston College. JC has the most Manning Cup wins. George is his second and KC third. But I just want us to take time, chop it down until we reach up here. So me really don't want JC win. So that's my bias. That's my bias part. But the unbiased part, I think Philip Williams has really been working hard with the boys, putting in a good shift over the years, and especially for the loss of Mr. Leng, I'd love for them to also do it for him, and you know, it will be a really good story. That's my story.
Yeah. All right. One thing I'll say. So there's a particular analyst that said KC will win the Manning Cup. And when I said that, I said to him that as an analyst, especially schoolboy football, it's important to see all the teams and make a fair assessment before come out publicly and say. And that was said almost a month ago. That's before even the semi-finals reached. I think it was in the second round. Just the second round. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. I would more appreciate if most of the analysts who are making their predictions at the earlier stages said they have a stronger chance, are they in a better position, are they're one of the teams who are likely to win it. Well, anyway, everyone analyze the game different and use different perspective to how them analyze. But initially I said that JC are the favorites, my favorites to win Manning Cup. I definitely think that Stats might have something to say about that. Funny enough, they say that everybody say me vote against KC, and no, I may vote for Stats and me carry Stats, and me have JC as the favorites. I do think that CC possibly based off how they play, categorically, based off all the factors, are the best team in schoolboy football. But it doesn't mean that they can't lose. It does mean that they can't lose because this is football, especially schoolboy football. Anything can happen in schoolboy. And the strangest things happen in schoolboy football. So, I think that is it for me.
Oh, military. One next thing, me have to say, he's such a very good player. He outstanding, man.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Me don't think none we have to say that. The world.
Me have to say it again, man. Me just rate you different, man.
It's a rating different.
Yeah, man. Me rate you different.
The thing I rate about Satchel is this. Satchel plays with his team, for his team, even though you can see the independent talent or the individual talent on display. It's like him playing a structure, but him still stand out individually. So it's not like it's a one-man thing with him. Anyways, panelists, really, really appreciate you guys coming on. I know say I was late. I know want to get beaten like me. Everybody in the comment section, I know want to get beaten like me. So most definitely, really, really appreciate it. Good, very, very good conversation. And we have covered everything. Look forward to see you guys after the Dakasa Cup semi-finals tomorrow. That is going to be an interesting one. I'll see you guys again. Until next time, people. MG Sports TV. We are out. Glad to have you guys here. I salute you all. In the comment section, hashtag Big Boys Time. As you know, all the time, every time.